If you're watching this, you should be an adult. I don't make this stuff for your stupid kids, alright? So it's possible that you don't like Cyberworld Scorponok because it isn't for you, it's for stupid kids. And I love it. Now, I'm not going to bore you with the usual pish about how Transformers don't have gimmicks now, or how much I miss fun toys, because fun toys are back in Scorpion form. Look at this absolute hunk. There's nothing wrong with him. Yeah, you might want him to have separate legs or something unreasonable like that. But I think after gushing about Grandis a few episodes ago, and considering this toy pretty much has the same level of base articulation, I don't mind it. I mean that's not fair. We do have elbows here. You know, that's a game changer. The colour scheme is a departure for Scorponok too, but I don't mind that either. It's reminiscent of that prototype colour scheme, and I like that. And for a kid's toy that's super colourful, there's a lot of sculpted detail on this kid. In fact, the overall sculpt is just wonderful. You check that head out, that face, that beautiful green visor, it's perfect. You know, does it turn? No, not even a little, but it does nod. And when it nods, you get lights and sounds. I swear this thing's got about 1,000 sound clips, and that light could easily ward off ships from crashing on the rocks. Are the sound clips any good at all? No, it's just kind of noises, but still, you get different noises if you hold the head down for a few seconds. That's exciting. And the arms are a whole other story. We've got one big pizza cutter, the other one's a grabby claw. Yep, you can swap them over. You can swap them with Cyberworld Grimlock. What more do you want? Even if you want loads more, Cyberworld Scorponok's got you covered. A large pissy coloured sword can look very intimidating in his grabby claw, if that's your thing. I will say the hollow scorpion legs are a little bit disappointing. They add to that more childish looking feel, but that's who they're aiming this toy for, so I suppose I'll shut my mouth after the video. Promise. The tail sticks out of his arse. I do wish it had the ability to reach up over his head. He's not in much danger of stinging anyone in this mode, but it's sweet. It's a strange looking stinger, isn't it? Kind of like a wee, I don't know, a hover bike? You don't think? No. Those dual cannons you have on the shoulders, you can have them in various places over Scorponok, and another toy can have a well-deserved rest on those, or if they're feeling particularly saucy, you can unfold them into an artillery platform. How good is that? By the way, this is Cyberworld Galvatron, and we'll look at them in a minute or so. Alright. Open up the chest panel and you can have one in there too, even if it means Scorponok themselves cannot see a thing. The one thing we haven't really spoken about yet is the handle, or if you're in Scotland, the honel. This is what allows for the transformation, such as it is. Get the boy's arms raised, get the sword plugged into the tail, and grab this little nubbin tight, unlocking the hinge in the legs and giving us that lovely transformation sound. And yep, we're done. Now that is about as complex as one of the Botsmaster toys we just looked at, but crucially, this is fun and I cannot get enough of it. Push the head down in this mode for different sounds, I did not expect that, and yeah, as before, plenty of space for other toys to ride on the cannons or on the back. It's just a fun alt mode. If the legs moved, like in the original Scorponok when it was pushed forward, this would be in all-timer territory. Now we've got the bike here, you can take a dual cannon from the arm and attach it to the front like some sort of speeder bike action. And if you want something a little bit more dangerous, pop on the sword. And if you really want to shine them on, it's halfer of pizza, baby. For the record, yes, I paid full price for this toy, and this one feature makes it worth the cost. Incredibly funny, very cool. Galvatron seems to have all the quirky, simplistic charm of Grimlock and Scorponok. I'd never have said this was Galvatron, but I don't mind him looking different with his little Bee Gees beard and wings, the dragon-style head in the chest. This should probably have been Scourge. But look, I don't make the rules. Complain to your local MP. 0 elbows, disappointingly, but he's nimble enough elsewhere, and you can plug this tail up old Thermometer Lane, or he can hold it as a weapon after a quick wipe. There's also this very over-the-top flamethrower laser weapon you can attach to his back like a jetpack, or as a handheld weapon. You push this lever and flames swoosh out, and they can be rotated too to accommodate the admittedly limited poses you might want to try with this little maniac. Transformation's very simple. Everything in the chest hinges down, and then we fold the lower legs back, and we're there. It's a sort of stubby little dragon. It reminds me of Pretender monsters, compact little dudes that have a lot of charm without actually being much. For something to interact with the larger sets, I do quite like him. I'm glad he was cheap, and I hope that sets a precedent for the rest of the upcoming smaller toys, but yeah, very good fun. And that's what sums all this up, it's fun. There's surprises. The amount of detail on the panel behind the chest plate, I would have pored over that meticulously as a kid. And I did as a big kid. It's genuinely a joy to interact with. It reminds me again, like Grandis, why I'm still in this hobby. I'm honestly much more excited about the future of this line than any other on the horizon right now. A belter. A steesher. The highest of recommendations. Now stop! Before we finish, I want to tell you about an opportunity to read an amazing comic packed with talent and me. In our charity comic for this year, Thunderclash Gets It Together. It's on sale now on Ko-fi, link in description. Digital versions, print versions for pickup at TF Nation. It's honestly the most ambitious and impressive fan-developed project I've seen in a long time. Look at the talent we have on display here. I'm not going to pick anyone out, but to share space with all of these talented artists and writers is a real honour, and I'm super happy with how the book turned out. Also, I'm just going to say it, the cover is by fucking Don Figueroa. Like, can you believe that? All the profits go to Toy Fu, who in turn support Mary's Meals, helping to feed kids in some of the world's poorest countries. Check the shop out. While I'm at it, check these accompanying badges that will be for sale at TFN. Absolutely unreal. A big thanks to Ryan and Jake who spearheaded design and production. Legends. I'll do a video going over everything else we'll have on the TMUK table at TFN closer to the time, but this year is going to be an absolute belter. And in the meantime, please order a book, read it digitally, get the back issues. It all helps support the charity, and that's what this is all about. So thank you, I love you, goodbye.